everybody, and welcome to Scoot Friday. I'm Chris, and I'm joined by Elwa and Nadeem today. Happy Friday. How are you guys? How are you guys doing?
Good, good. What about you?
Good. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like 2 months since I've been on the one of these episodes, so I'm excited to be back. I was in New York for 2 months, so
Welcome back.
yeah, got to be back.
How is everything in New York, Nadeem? How is the scooter scene in New York? More importantly,
Yeah, good. Seeing a lot more Apollo scooters, honestly.
nice.
But yeah, like crazy potholes. I was on a city bike the other day. I was like bailed so hard. The pothole was like more like a crater, even in the bike lane. So they've got some work to do. But overall, I guess now's the time, right? It's like beautiful weather, so perfect time to go for it.
It's so interesting because, like in New York, as everyone knows, with the batteries and everything, they took a huge stance of being very, very strict on lithium-ion battery repairs and shutting down shops and everything. And that's why we had to get rid of our repair center in New York. And now I see the mayor slowly coming back and saying, okay, now we're introducing more like e-bikes and things like that. They're allowing it slowly back in. So I feel like they went the extreme end. But anyway, New York's still a huge market for us, which is always great to see. So love that it's coming back to life. But yeah, of course. I mean, welcome guys to today's live. We're going to be focusing a lot on the Phantom 2.0, which if you guys haven't seen, and this is new news to you, there's a really good YouTube video that we launched where the team L1 Magic go through all of the specs and details of it. And I don't know if you guys, Nadeem and Elwa, saw the comments of that keynote video. Have you guys gone through it?
Never.
It's L1 lives on these like so it was 8,000 views and 170 comments, and it was just like honestly so much love and support, and like people just love it. It's unbelievable. So guys, thank you for every single comment and bit of feedback you put. We go into it step by step and really take it to heart. So really appreciate it. So yeah, we're going to go into a few small things, but just to start quickly here, we have a commuter sale going on in Canada, so that's $200 to $300 off on our commuter models, so Air, City, and Go. And in the US as well, we have around $200 off all our current models, which is great. And really nice to see all our regulars in the chat. So thanks everyone for joining. I see Randy's here. Hi, Randy. Nice to see you. Dave, Dave's like freaking New York City, Chris. And everyone else, hi. Like, it's really nice to see everyone. Marty's here, the whole team's here. It's great. Cool, Elwa, I'll let you kick it off on the Phantom 2. Give you a little intro, and there's a few secrets I think you wanted to share and share with everybody today. So let you go.
Yes. So as you mentioned, we got a lot of views and comments on the videos. Do you remember what was the most requested feature, Chris?
I don't. Steering dampener, selfing tires. Oh, the color.
The color, yes.
The color.
So this is Hollywood right here. So yes, we're gonna change the color to be black. Bam, like this thing. Look at this, orange and black, incredible.
It does look really, really, really nice.
It's pretty sleek. Yeah. We did the pro black color, and it looks so cool. So excited about this, and I think there was like someone commented. A lot of people commented it should be black, but the first comment had like 50 likes. It should be black to resemble more the Phantom. So no, it's gonna be black.
Look at the comments. Black.
Yeah, it does look honestly really, really nice and black.
What do you guys think? I mean, on the comments, the contrast with the orange, like, is this expected versus reality? And a lot of our scooters today are quite, metallic silver. Remove the orange to put that black.
We made it black for one of our most loyal fan, Dave Black. So.
One of one suspension spring, all black.
It's good that our fans are not called Dave Pink, huh? But anyway.
Yeah, we tried to do it silver as well to match the original Phantom, but it looks better with orange, and at least it's staying a little bit more aligned with the rest of the lineup. No, it's pretty cool. And for now, the first production is going to be black. If everybody likes it, maybe we're going to keep it black. Maybe it's just the founder edition that we call the first production that's going to be black. So if you like it, now it's the time to get it. No.
So, do you want to go through a few implications of it's a color? So is it a matte? Is it shiny silver? How do you sort of see it? And then also, like, is there anything, do you see fingerprints? Like, I'm just curious, how do you go through the color process of testing? And then how do you also make a decision and the pros and cons, essentially?
So this black is going to be I don't remember the exact Pantone, but it's like there's a little tint of blue in it. And that looks really good. This is like we did the Pro 60 volt as well, that we're going to release a video next week about it, maybe today actually, that people are going to be able to see like the exact shade. It's going to be matte black. So as people might know, before our gray finish was reflective, then it was oil painted. Now we changed it to powder coated. It looks even better. So we're gonna keep the same kind of method to paint the frame. And this means that yes, it's a lot more consistent, the finish, than when it's shiny. So there should be no fingerprint issue. But more importantly, during manufacturing, it should be all the same shade and smooth, which is something very hard to achieve with the gray color, right? To match the shade of like the headset and the stem, for example, which are side by side, but they're not being painted at the same time. So by having just a black color like this, we should be able to achieve a more standardized color palette. And the orange is the same orange you saw before. So the spring are powder coated and like put in the oven, to stay on the spring, even if it moves. The orange button is going to be anodized, so a bit more reflective. The Mac 3 case or Mac 2 case, whatever, under is going to be anodized orange as well. The kickstand is just powder coated. And on the Stellar Edition, we have anodized calipers as well for the hydraulic brakes. So all those orange accents together should complement each other quite well.
Very nice. And the Stella and the 52 volts are going to be the same colors?
For now, yes. Again, for the first production, is the 52 volts going to be gray and the Stellar black? Probably not, because for spare parts, it's really hard to do both spare parts for both models. So it's for now, they're both going to be black, and we're going to see how it goes.
Nice. Love it. Nadim, any thoughts? What are you more gray? Are you more black? Well,
I think the Phantom's always had like a special place in the portfolio, right? So I think of any model to be a bit different and to stand out in this way, it has to be the Phantom. I really like the black. I think it looks great. And I think, honestly, whereas maybe in the past, we needed to have our logo be really big for people to know that it was an Apollo scooter, and then we changed the colors and then for people to know it's an Apollo scooter. And now I think if you just look at it, you can tell it's an Apollo scooter. I think if you just took off all of the branding and everything like that, you could tell. So I'm cool with it being back to black again. And yeah, I think it kind of like conveys the message. They're the best looking scooters out there. So yeah, I like the black.
Nice. And this is like perfect for Marcus Brandy, MKBHD. Cool. Okay, so let's jump into some questions. I see a lot of people asking a lot of things here. We can go it in order. Okay, Marty, we're going to come back to the ones. Let's focus on the Phantom quickly for now, and then we'll get back to these ones. Are the shocks adjustable?
Yes. So that's a D&M adjustable suspension. So you have 16 different adjustment click on it to make it softer or stiffer. So yes, totally.
Perfect. Carlos, nice in black, me likes. Have you mentioned dimensions? Not yet. Dimensions will come afterwards when we actually launch a scooter to the public. So that should be in Q1. So stay tuned. One-off carbon fiber when? Unfortunately.
We have the suppliers. We just would you pay a scooter for 10 grand?
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then didn't mind gray either. You don't need a logo. Can I use it? Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go now back to, I guess, just overall questions, unless there's anything else you want to touch on the Phantom. But I guess just a reminder for the Phantom. Jeffrey, we love your, oh my God, stop talking about the color already. Let's get to price and availability. Pricing wise, we haven't publicly disclosed it. You're looking, again, we're still working on some kinks, and during the beta test that's going on, there's going to be a lot of small changes. So you're looking at around low to mid 2000s for the normal 52 volts, and the Stella you're looking at low to mid 3000s for the Stella. So we'll get to that shortly. The availability is still Q1 for the 52 volts and potentially Q2 for the Stella. So in the next few months, and pre-orders open up in October. So stay tuned. And again, we'll give you more info as we go. We just don't want to overpromise on different things as we go through the testing period. We don't overpromise. We never overpromise. So let's go into questions. Again, it's an absolutely beautiful scooter. When are app-based updates available for our beta units so we can have the turn signal thing work?
A good question. I don't know. I don't know. We have it on. I think Marty, for you, it's such an edge case, right? For the beta tester, it might be better to just get a new display and put it like a production display and put it in your beta, because Marty has a green Apollo Go, I believe.
One and only.
Like the color of your shirt, actually, Chris.
Yeah.
So maybe just replacing the display for now would be the easiest one. The answer is that we have it. We have the function on iOS, but I don't know what the team is at with this. So we'll get back to you by email, Marty. I will check.
Yeah, beautiful dog, by the way, Marty. What is the latest estimate of early access testing for Phantom 2? I believe it's November is when beta units arrive.
Yeah, around November, early November, we should have them.
Cool. You have drum brakes in your walkthrough. I understand that the units will be mechanical disc and hydraulic disc for the ISS, the 2S. Is that correct?
That's correct. Mechanical and hydraulic.
Perfect. Okay, hi Chi. How could you remove the tire from the motor? I got the screws off and I removed the cap for the tire. It's still hard to take off. What can I use to take off the tire from the motor? I don't know what's. It's probably the Pro.
City, maybe it could be any of the tires.
Yeah, they're all difficult to remove. The best thing is to buy tire tools, to pop the tire off. So usually removing it is okay. It's putting the new one back on. That is hard. This you're gonna need some soap water. And what the Artec were doing is that they put zip tie around the new one to really compress it, and then you can, with the soap water, you can push it on the rim. You cut the zip tie, and then you inflate it. But to remove it, just good tire bar is gonna do it. Usually the Pro is a bit easier because it's bigger, so you have more room to.
Yeah, the city is the really tricky one.
I think he has a Pro though, because all the other questions are Pro, just FYI. So would it make a difference if I keep the lights on or off with the scooters like the Pro?
On the Pro, not so much. It's more like on the Go with a smaller battery, and the stem light is so bright that this you're going to see a difference. On the Pro, not so much. You're looking at around maybe 5%.
5%. Cool. Hi, Ricky. The Pro as a speaker, I mentioned this in the beta chats. Could the app have a voice to say left or right when you hit the turn signals? Because I don't want to take my eyes off the road.
Yes, it could. It's
low priority though, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So essentially, I think it's less about a voice saying left or right when you hit the turn signals, because if you hit the turn signals, you know where you're going if you're going left or right. It's, I guess, more your navigation automatically saying turn left here or turn right, which you should be able to connect on your phone. Is that a voice? Or it's not? It's not just Google Maps. I don't want to say.
That's Google Map. You have like
okay.
I guess the right API call of their suite of service to do this. But yeah, you could use Google Map connected to the Bluetooth speaker of the Pro, and then it's going to give you the directions. For now, we don't have it on our app. I'm not sure if we're going to integrate that. We're going to put Google Map for the map navigation soon. So maybe if because every service you add like this, you need to pay every time someone use it. So if the cost is reasonable, that could be good. That could be nice.
Cool. That's great. Also, did you guys see this scooter named Pure Flex? It reminds me of the Explorer. Yeah, we've seen that a long time ago. It's interesting. It's again, we actually we've talked to Pure before, and it's a bit of the same feedback. Again, the customers who are buying this scooter want to test the scooter before actually riding it, just because of the different standing dimensions. So when you don't have a very strong physical presence everywhere where your customers can test drive a scooter, it's very hard. And not a lot of customers are just going to buy it off the bat when seeing it online or seeing a review. They need a bit more reassurance overall. But yeah, it's a cool scooter. I wonder how it's doing sales wise, but
it's expensive.
It does.
Yeah, it's expensive. It has, or what it was the spec, like what it provides, and it's quite. What's interesting about it is the way that it is. I don't know if it's that specifically the Flex one, but the way that it folds, it's super compact.
Yeah.
So this is the Pure what?
The Flex.
The Flex one, because Pure one's new one too that is like bulky, right?
Yeah.
Flex, the one that
it like folds and like half. It like comes like a little box or whatever. It's like really interesting. I don't know from a reliability perspective what that looks like. Maybe because it doesn't go that fast, it's less of a consideration. But I would be personally quite nervous when a scooter is folding in a bunch of different directions. Like each of those is a failure point. So
and they had a recall on the folding handlebar Pure.
Yeah, makes sense. The folding handlebars are.
You have 1, 2.
Yeah.
You have 3 with the stem, and 4 the stem goes down, and you have the frame. 5.
Yeah, the frame folds like in, and then didn't the deck also fold like this?
Everything folds. Everything folds. But that's it again, like you said, Nadim. I think lots of people don't realize, lots of consumers don't realize the more pivot systems or folding systems in a scooter, the harder it is to design and actually keep it something of super high quality. And that's why removable batteries are hard, foldable handlebars are super hard. Like, is there one successful foldable handlebar on the market today that works really well? Not that I've seen
one, so that's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure they're going to
just launched one, yeah, but on a $300 scooter. So I'm very curious to see what that comes out to. You're right, because new do quite good things.
Like the faster, the more intense, like the more performance the scooter is, the less appropriate a folding handlebar is. You know what I mean? Just from the physics of it all. Like a 10-mile-per-hour scooter probably can fold in a much different ways, but 50 miles per hour is a different story.
Yeah, the Explorer is still the one that got away. Unfortunately, I was Dream Machine.
We still got the one here, so
exactly. Question: are you guys gonna make a video about comparison between Stellar version of the new Phantom and a Polo Pro?
It's done, edited, revised, ready to publish. I think it's going live today. It's gonna be the original Apollo Phantom versus the Phantom 2.0 52 volt. Versus the Apollo Pro, and we have the Apollo Pro 60 volt with the Mach 3 controller when we're testing the new controller. So you're going to be able to see all of them side by side in a race. What does it look like?
60 volts.
60 volt.
That's going to be really cool.
Cool.
Okay, cool. That's great. Sorry, I missed where we're at. I saw that a steering dampener. Will it be available for the Polo Pro?
For the Pro, no, it's going to be available for the Phantom 2.0. And the reason is that we need pre-drilled hole on the neck to be able to mount this. So, but moving forward, yes, but not on the. It's not backward compatible. Yeah. I'm sure somebody can do something though, like with the screws of the deck. If you have enough time, you can do something and sell it. But we're not going to do that for now. Yeah.
Thank you. Dave, can't you have a repair shop in New York if they only repair and resell UL certified? I went to Pete's garage out of need. Nadia, maybe you can touch on that. I thought it was like a certain amount of batteries per space or something.
Yeah, no. So yes, you can, but again, there's nuance right in the regulations. They don't want more than 5 batteries in a shop at a time. With the volume that we were seeing in our shop, it's way more than that. So you can do it in a lot of different ways. There's workarounds, but at the end of the day, you get to the point where I'm a consumer. I want to walk into a store to fix my scooter. If there's more than 5 scooters there already, which there generally is, I have to like open the deck, take the battery out, and then go home with the battery to come back later. Like it's just like not realistic for a lot of consumers. There's also a lot of restrictions on charging and the actual layout of the space, what's required. There's like specifications. You have to build like fireproof walls, and you can only, anyways, it's quite complicated. It's not just the UL stuff. And for us, it was more a question of looking forward into the future, if it continued to make sense based on where the city is going. And like Chris said, yeah, they're starting to think a bit more about bikes and things like that, but overall, it's not looking super positive for just like repair shops and things like that in New York. So I don't know what their plan is. I think they see the value in like these types of vehicles and micromobility generally, but they're breaking the infrastructure that supports that entire economy. So I don't know what their plan is. I don't think they have one. But yeah.
Yeah. No, Dave, we understand that it's a huge market, and so it's tough not being there. Okay, Trevor, would you have a seat available for these new models?
I made the holes on the deck. They are prepared for that, just like the Pro. So if we release one, it's gonna fit from the first unit we produce. Some people of our team were working on making one seat that you can. It comes with like 3 different brackets, and those brackets can be mounted either like the same seat can be mounted on the Pro, on the City, on the Air, or on the Phantom 2.0. So it's there. We just need to do the actual seat. But the bodies are going to be ready for that.
Yeah, that's great. Siavesh, is it possible to also talk about the Polo Air and the Polo Go, and which one you recommend? Great question. Very different scooters. So a Polo Air is an entry-level scooter. It's a single motor, 500 watt motor now, sorry, with a 15 amp hour battery. So a single motor is essentially for your first scooter rider, if you're commuting for anywhere under around 30 miles, and you don't really have any hills, and power is not super important to you, and you just want a nice wide deck and a nice smooth scooter, the Polo Air is phenomenal for that. The Polo Go is a dual motor commuter, so it's got more acceleration, more power. It can go up to 28 miles an hour versus the Air's 20 miles an hour. So it really depends on you and your scooter experience. If this is your first time scooter, I think you can't really go wrong with the Air or the Go. But if you really need some more power for hills or weight or anything else, the Go is still a really solid one for that. And both are available at Best Buy near you or online. So whichever you decide, they're great scooters. Okay, we've answered Jeffrey on the pricing. Zachary, can I use the J1772 to NMEA on my Apollo to go charge at a car charging, or is it bad for it?
If you have it's going to be limited by your charger, right? So if you have, because they sell those adapters that you plug into the car charging thing, like in the street, and then you have usually 3 outlets. If you plug your charger there and then in the scooter, it should be fine. Just don't plug the car charger with, I don't know what adapter, directly in the scooter. But if you use a charger, it's going to be fine.
Great. Perfect. Can you sell wrap kits as an accessory, Marty? Again, our business is making scooters and making great scooters. If anybody else watching this has a great wrap accessory machine and wants to launch a business and make some money, by all means, we'll support you. Unfortunately, not the plans for us now. Trevor, we answered about the seats. Oh, you guys, yeah, we did the video between the Stella and the Pro. Could you get the Stella performance specs into a package that weighs less than 75 pounds from Austin?
We could with I think then it would be magnesium. It would be possible, but the Stellar, like this class of scooter, we don't think it's necessarily about weight. And again, if we compare to what's out there, our scooters are always lighter by so much. So let's say the Stellar, right, 62 volt, 30 amp hour. If we compare with the Segway GT2, it's 100 and almost 30 pound, I believe, 125 for 52 volt 30 Ah, and us we're going to be at like 95. So we're about 20-25% lighter, which is massive. So I think when we're looking more into the 75, it would be more like a city or maybe the old Phantom, just by the way it's made. So no, we don't focus on weight for those ones. It's going to be more entry level that we're going to spend time on reducing the weight.
Perfect. Should I wait to buy a V2 or buy a V4 now, Jeffrey? It all depends on preference of timing and if you actually need a scooter now. Again, the V4 is a great scooter. It's still really fun if you're going to be using it every day. Just keep in mind the V2 is coming out only in like Q1, Q2 of next year delivery. So still a few months, at least 6 months, right? So up to you. If you can wait, our recommendation, again, scooters sell really easy on marketplaces, etc. So if you can get the V4 and then sell it once you're done to get a V2, it's quite funny. Sorry, saying the V4 then a V2, but you guys know what I mean. 2.0. I would do that again. Just use it, take care of it, sell it on marketplace. You'll lose a little bit of money, but still worth enjoying it for the next 6 months.
Yeah, there was talking about naming. There was that question. There was a question in the chat about why 2.0 and not V5. Does anyone here know why we made that decision?
The name of the Phantom 2.0 was never Phantom 2.0. It was A11. That's
right.
Just like we always name our scooter A9, A10, A11, A12. And Chris, why?
Do you know?
The A, because it's a Polo, not the space missions.
No. Why we called it 2.0 and not like V5 or A11 or anything like that?
Because it's a new chapter. I guess it's like V1, V2, V3 is part of chapter 1. So it's actually version 1.12345, and now we're on chapter 2, which is a complete different factory, complete different engineering, complete different quality and everything else. So is that the answer that you guys were expecting, or is that
What about the second, like after that? This is going to be Phantom 2.0 V2?
It's going to be 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.1. Yep, I don't know to that one, unfortunately. But great question. While these new models are released, will you still be making the current Pro?
Yeah, the Pro is. We are still making productions of the Pro, and it's still going to be supported for now. I think we're gonna see how it goes. Both of them, again, the Pro is it's a lot more about like the comfort, the 12-inch, and everything, and we're gonna see. Maybe people are all gonna choose the 2.0, and then it doesn't make sense to make the Pro. Like we said, often the Pro is a statement, right? How we make it. So we'll see if there's still a market for this after the 2.0 is released, and then make a decision. But if you bought a Pro, you're still gonna be supported for a long time.
Cool. Keith Lowe, I know the beta test already started. Is it too late to join? I did apply, but I didn't get any message back. It isn't too late for sure. I know there was like a selection criteria based on location with winter and summer, etc. But our team should have got back to you. So let me send a message to our team, and we can get back to you with if there's an update or if we just didn't get the application or anything else.
No, I don't think the team is reaching out to everyone who applies to let them know that they have not been selected. I think they're only reaching out to people who have been selected. So maybe there was something there that wasn't like meeting the criteria. But in any case, we can get some clarity for you, Keith. And let you know why, basically, if anything.
Perfect. Thanks for your interest, Keith. Marty, Flex is cool, but the battery's small, low power, and has side-by-side standing. Yep, we've gone through that. Salty Scoots, been following Apollo for a little while, currently a Highboy user, unfortunately thinking about making the next switch to the tax season. It's exactly what we want to hear, Salty. We'll be here and ready when you're ready for a true Scoot. Sorry?
We're all shaking our heads. Highboy.
Well, again, the reality, guys, I don't know how many of you noticed, but again, 54% of our consumers are buying their second scooter. So we are fully aware that most people will go for their first scooter on Amazon or whatever, get a Go Trax, Highboy, or cheap scooter, and then become mature and buy a proper scooter and get an Apollo, and then they fall in love with it. So we're completely open to it, and the fact that you're watching this is great. So love it.
Yeah, you're welcome here, Salty, even though you're riding a Highboy right now.
I was actually thinking about this. It's quite funny. So it's a bit off tangent, but on the Apple website now, if you go on Apple and you click on iPhone, it says like iPhone for current users or iPhone for Android users. And they share everything to convince you to switch to Android. And I was like, it could be interesting if it's like, do you have a Highboy or Segway? Come get an Apollo, and you sort of phrase it in a different way. But yeah.
That's a good thing.
Good marketing tactic.
Yeah.
Eric, the Apollo Explorer, I've just eliminated the battery problem. You just pop it out and take it. Yeah, great point. It sounds easier than it is to manufacture, but otherwise you just pop it out. John, hey Apollo, is a Phantom 2.0 Stellar going to be a lot bigger than a non-Stellar, or is it going to be the same size as a non-Stellar?
The same size. It's one frame that's going to fit both.
The raid is now a good time to enter my name for the free scooter giveaway. I don't know what marketing's doing, if there is actually a scooter giveaway. I think it's on the website.
Yeah.
If you sign up, yeah. So the raid, you just have to go onto our website and sign up through that process, and you'll be entered into our raffle for the free scooter giveaway. In addition, what is the weight of the Stellar version? Well, we had said 40 kilos, I think, 92 pounds.
90, I think 95, or we don't have it yet, but it's about the same thing. So like 95-ish. So yeah, 40 kilos.
Cool. Yeah, we need dual charging ports for faster charging, or you just get a fast charger essentially, no?
Yes.
So that's an option. Also, how long are pre-orders going to be open for at the cheaper, reduced price until December? John, we don't know yet. We'll leave that to our marketing team when they open it up. I think it's on October 9th. They'll have all the details on pricing, timing, structure, everything else. So if you haven't, please sign up and stay tuned. You'll have all info there. Perfect. Okay. Not a version upgrade, new design. 42 people in chat. We could all test product for free. Yeah. Thank you for your feedback. Totally different design, warrants a 2.0 name. Yeah. Phantom 2.6.113B will be out in 2027. Thanks, Marty. Yeah, the winter season, Keith, is tough. Sorry, I'm running through these quite quickly because of timing, guys. Sorry. I got a refurbished Highboy S2 for $140 off their website. That was something I could afford. I just need more range and power. Just the US economy sucks at the moment. Yes, we're all feeling it, and we understand. We do have financing options on our website with the firm, but for sure, only when you're ready.
You should put your name in on the giveaway, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's another one. Yeah. Xiaomi M365 to Highboy, then to my lovely Apollo City Pro. Love it, Ricky. This is beautiful. That's a testimonial. Love it. Cool. The last one is, can the Stellar accommodate an aftermarket hydraulic brakes like the Magura MT5E?
I would need to look at the caliper. We have 4 piston, right? So the bracket is a little bit special, but the Magura has 4 pistons. So I would imagine it can. It can. One interesting fact is Magura don't want to put their brakes on something electric going more than, I think, 25 miles per hour. So you need to buy them aftermarket. At least even for us, when people put it on scooters, they say no, and so they buy it from a reseller.
I thought Ryan wasn't doing Magura.
They do, but they cannot get it directly from.
I see. They buy it. Okay, interesting. And then lastly is John. I didn't hear if it was already answered, but Stellar pre-orders should start delivery in Jan/Feb 2025. No, Stellar would be a bit later. It'd be Q2, so March to May. And then the V2, again, we don't know yet. It's sort of just Q2 is what we're saying, and then Q1 for 52 volts. So we'll keep you updated. And Andrew, very quickly, what are the plans for the city? The city is in a phenomenal state. It's an incredible scooter, and it's just working really, really well. So no plans for now, at least for 2024. If we do, we'll let you know for 2025. It should be minor, but anyway, we won't say anything too much. I see Awa winking there. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Cool. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and the great comments and just all the love on the videos and everything else. We really, really appreciate it. If you have anything else, please feel free to reach out to the team. Alwa and Nadim, any last comments before we let our audience go for a lovely weekend?
No, just shout out to all the insiders that are here. If you want to be an insider, you should ask, let us know, drop a comment in the video. We'll include you in our Slack, chat some more with you directly, get you the sneak peek on things. Yeah, so shout out insiders.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Beautiful. And yeah, if you want more info on Phantom 2.0, pre-orders will be available soon, so please sign up to our website. And we will see you soon. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. And thanks again for tuning in.